Okay, this is the part of the presentation where I'm going to show you the website itself. And in the interest of brevity, I'm not going to give the critique during the screenshot video. The purpose is just to show you the site. The critique will come later. I will say this, though. There are two factors that I'm going to be focusing on. One is the breadth of instruction, and the other is the depth of instruction. So, more on that in a second. I've already logged in, so I don't have to do it again. There are two main instructional sections to this that you would subscribe to separately. One is beginning guitar, and the other is fingerstyle guitar. I subscribe to the fingerstyle guitar, so I'm going to click on that option. And right off the bat here, you see what I was referring to by breadth, and that is the selection of songs that you have to pick from that you want to learn. Now, you'll notice that they're conveniently arranged by difficulty level, which is important because you're the one, as the user, who's kind of charged with picking something that's going to be challenging, but not so challenging that will drive you crazy. So there's beginning, intermediate, advanced, intermediate, and then advanced. And the advanced is quite advanced indeed. So I guess what I'm suggesting is that for a person who wanted to learn this style of guitar, it would be very unusual not to have some selections here that you both like in terms of liking the song and want to learn how to play, and something that's also at an appropriate difficulty level for you. If you're familiar with the work of Vygotsky, you want to be in the zone of proximal development, not something that you find easy, but something that is challenging enough to move you forward without being so challenging it'll drive you crazy. So that's it for breadth. Depth is what happens with respect to each individual song. And let me pick this one. Okay, this is Here Comes the Sun by the Beatles. I picked that at random. I could have picked any song on that list because Dan follows a consistent structure. With respect to the videos that are provided, there are two. The top one is always a straight performance video. The bottom one is the instructional part, the instructional video where Dan actually kind of walks you through how to perform it, where to put your fingers, what strings to play, that kind of thing. And also gives kind of a personal take on the song and how to approach it. Now, in addition, well, before I show you the written materials, let me actually play the video. So this is a performance video. This is Dan's own arrangement. And let's go down to the instructional video, and I'll bounce around a little bit here so you can see both the introduction and the instructional meet in the middle.
Hey everybody, thought we'd do another Beatles song. This one I've been playing for a long time. I've capoed it on the 2nd fret instead of up on the 7th fret the way the Beatles did, because unless you've got a cutaway guitar, there's no way I can play this arrangement much past the 2nd fret. So it really puts back to the D, that's it. So you got G, D, E minor 7, to D with an F sharp, to an A. Okay, so then comes the...
Okay, but in addition you have these printed materials. I'm sorry, I said printed. Well, then I was going to say textual, but it's not quite it either. Digital, in this case, it's tablature, which is written sheet music with a little bit more than you usually get in sheet music. So on the top staff, if you will, is the actual musical notation, and below is the tablature, which breaks it down in terms of what frets are played, which correspond to these notes up here, on which strings. So if this was a guitar and it was laying flat on your bed and you were looking at it from the top and the big part of the guitar was down here and the neck was here, this would be the first string, second string, third string, fourth string, fifth string, and sixth string. So this is actually kind of a graphic organizer of what the guitar neck looks like. So this is in accompaniment to the instructional video, and the way I learned Dan's material is I have the instructional video playing on one window on the left side of the screen and the tablature open on the other part. So one other nice feature that Dan provides is the original tablature, and more than a value, this was presented in the document that you just saw. But I love this because it kind of gives a personal sense of how the arrangement might have been added to and fleshed. I mean, you get a sense of Dan sitting down with the guitar and actually like writing this down as he refines the arrangements. I said I wasn't going to be critiquing it, and I'm sliding into doing exactly that. So I'm going to end this part of the presentation now, but this should have provided you with a pretty good visual sense of what the site is about and both the depth and the breadth of the instruction that's provided.